This presentation emphasizes again how important is the clinical assessment of the phenotype in order to decide what kind of genetic testing approach you should choose, and how complicated sometimes is this in practice. We move further with our next guest. Miss Jinu Rachel John is a special educator and she master degree holder in biomedical genetics. She's based in Dubai, and she will present us some insights from finding Rett syndrome positively. Please, the floor is yours.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the MENA officials for inviting me to this MENA Rare Disease Conference 2023. Me being a parent with a daughter with Rett syndrome, I'm really honored to share my experiences with you, and I'm really sure that many of the parents over here will have an impact when I throw light on their lives. I'm a mother of 2 kids. I have a son who's 14 years old, and my daughter, Johanna, she's 7 years old. She had been diagnosed with Rett syndrome. Now, what is this Rett syndrome? Rett syndrome is a neurodevelopmental disorder characterized by a slowing of development, loss of functional use of the hands, distinctive hand movements, slowed brain and head growth, problems with walking, seizures, and intellectual disability. So you can say it's a neurodevelopmental disorder. It's a complete package. So here I want to share certain slides to make you all understand how blessed our journey is with Rett syndrome. Johanna came into our life on November 18, 2015. As you can see here, she was such a bubbly princess, very happy, naughty, all her motor skills in full form functional mode, enjoying her playtime to the fullest. She was completely independent, verbal. Now, this is the time when she reached 2.5 years of age. Whatever she spoke, whatever she did, came to a standstill. Her motor skills, her communication abilities all regressed. We were actually confused on what's happening in her life. We went from hospitals to hospitals, clinics to clinics. Doctors finally came up with a diagnosis saying she's got autism spectrum disorder. We as parents never ever in our wildest dreams even thought of autism. It was completely new to us. We didn't know what the term autism was. Since I had my master's in genetics and my roots from genetic field, I was so particular that we'd go for a genetic testing. We went back to India. We consulted certain doctors there from the developmental pediatricians. They came up with 2 kinds of syndrome. One was the Angelman syndrome and the other one was the Rett syndrome. Unfortunately, the Rett syndrome, the test came out to be positive. We were completely shattered. We didn't know what to do. The road took us to a very different path. We had to smile through our tears when we came to know of her condition. But we as parents decided never ever to give up. We kept on researching. We went through different interventions. We just searched over the Google to find out what is that thing that's going to make Johanna's life easier for her. In this journey, we understood that self-education is the most important aspect for fighting rare diseases. And I would say to all the parents over here that acceptance and inclusion is plays a very important role when you fight rare diseases. As a part of this, we got her enrolled in a special school in Sharjah. It's called as the Al-Ibtisama Center for Disabilities. It's managed by the Indian Association. We had her therapies done. We consulted Dr. Arif Khan. Dr. Arif Khan said, okay, let's start off with the physiotherapies and occupational therapy. So that's the physiotherapy being done in Europedia. Then we had the occupational therapies also started for her, all kinds of interventions. So the therapist in the school and in the center mainly focused on her postural management, her balance and coordination, and even they looked into her sensory input. So at this stage, we found out that Johanna had a strong passion for music and dance. So we as parents, we thought, okay, why don't we just try connecting music and dance into dance therapy? So that's when we found out Vishaka's, the Vishaka Center for Dance. So that's the dance therapy that's going on there. She worked out on regulating her motions, on how to express her motions into bodily gestures. We started off with this. Apart from all her therapies externally, we also had our home-based therapies at home. This is the home-based therapy. We worked on our fine motor skills, we worked on our gross motor skills, we worked on several other social skills as well. We got her exposed to different organizations. And Johanna, she rose like a phoenix. She did her first photo shoot in a Dubai-based modeling firm. Rett syndrome hasn't stopped her and will not stop her from following her dreams. She walked the ramp in many international fashion shows, and even now she is participating in a different fashion walks as well. She did her dance event for the Expo 2020. She cannot dance herself. So me, as a mother, we thought, okay, why don't we do a sitting choreography? And here we are, we performed at the Expo 2020. We did a sitting choreography with her. Rett syndrome, we understood that Rett syndrome is not the end, but the start of an incredible journey. We have not stopped Johanna in anything. She's there with us. Wherever we go, she's there. We expose her to all kinds of events. We know she has disabilities, but that doesn't stop her from soaring high. We believe in our possibilities and we are there for her. She cannot speak, I am her voice. She cannot walk, I am there with her. I assist her in all the events. With our guidance, she is able to fight the Rett syndrome positively and vibrantly. So to sum up, these are the reflections of our journey. Inclusion and acceptance within the family. Do not ever look back at your shortcomings. Just walk through it royally. Just live life to the fullest. Believe in your child. Have a smile in yourself. And let's strive to bring the superheroes in them. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for this touching presentation. I could see the tears in your eyes from there. I want to say that I'm always very impressed when families are not giving up. What I learned from my almost 30 years of doing genetics is that those families who are accepting and stop fighting against the diagnosis, but for improving what the diagnosis is bringing, are always getting progress.